Reddit is a fucking gold mine. Before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, my name is Alexander and I'm a web developer during the day. At night, I'm an open source developer on a mission to build helpful projects to help people in their learning journeys. And I do this live on Twitch, so make sure to like and subscribe. It's totally free and you can change your mind later. If you already know me, welcome back. So let's head on over to reddit.com. What we want to do here is go to users and study them. So in my case, the niche I'm in, and if you don't know the niche, what that means, basically niche means a small specific thing, right? So people are interested in cooking, that's one niche. It's a very big niche, or specifically cooking cakes or baking in that case, right? Making cakes or cupcakes, even a smaller thing, right? So figure out what you're interested in, what you want to do. And in my case, let's say it's Anki. I would go to the Anki subreddit, right? And you can see there are other ones, but this one is the top one. And I would browse this a lot, like go through what are people writing and then keep track of the questions they're asking. So here is a question: scheduler, am I getting something wrong? And this person is new to Anki, and you can see, oh, they're struggling with, let's write that down, new user struggling with scheduler, lack of understanding probably, right? So you're going through this, capturing notes. Let me make that a little bit bigger. You're trying to see if there's like a problem where somebody has done something or is trying to do something and they don't know how to achieve that. Maybe it's not possible yet, and that's where you could come in. Here is somebody sharing an example. So in this case, you could maybe make a web app for adding whiteboard to existing deck, for example. Because in this case, they want to add it to an imported deck, so that means it's already there. So there you have one idea. Then you just continue. Let's see, is there a setting to avoid reverse cars? Not interested. So you have to figure out what you're interested in, right? Just read through and see. This one looks interesting. Add voiceover while reviewing. So just go through. This looks like a bug. How to sync reviews looks interesting. So questions in general, like searching for an individual flashcard in a deck, search function. Close shortcut on Mac is not incremental. Is there a way to add? And also, if you want to drill down even more, you could, for example, search for how to in that specific subreddit. Here there's one, how to avoid the creep of Anki burnout. So you have to be careful. Some of them are in general very broad. So you want to hone in so you have a small specific thing you can fix, right? Or a set of small things so you can actually get started. If it's too huge and requires a lot of research, you're not going to be able to get started immediately. And you want something where you can get started as fast as possible. This looks interesting. How to split audio. Let's click through a few more. How to manage multiple users. That's interesting. Profiles, I would guess. Exam in 30 days. So this looks like they just want the introduction. So that's interesting. Let's start looking through this. So here someone is asking, exam in 30 days, how to use Anki. I have an exam coming in 30 days. I've not prepared the Anki cards yet. Estimated 1,000 cards are to be prepared and reviewed too. Please suggest what add-on or method is there to increase the creation speed of. So you could create, let's say, a web app called Learn. Let me underline this and bold. Learn Anki in 30 days, right? So this web app could, let me turn off there. This web app could let you register and get email notifications, right? To remind you to review. What else would you like? You could have resources section, useful links, and also you could software-wise or in that your application try to tackle information overload, and only introduce the user gradually. Okay, so there you have an idea, and then you could call this web app learn Anki in 30days.com. Bam, there's your idea. See, what else do we have there? How to manage multiple users in Anki. Hi, anybody here for a quick Anki query? This looks like it's something solved by the profile, so too complex, we're not gonna look into that. How to split audio and add it to cards. Hey, so I'm wondering, does anyone know of an effective, quick way to... So this could be, this wouldn't specifically be a web app. This would have to handle this with an audio editor. Is there a way to add voiceover ad hoc when going through cards on mobile? I saw a record button. This is also in the app. So you want to figure out, like in this case, you're trying, I'm trying to find ideas for Anki, right? In your niche, you want to look at the problem specifically, right? So either if your integration to something existing, see what makes sense. Try to see, does it make sense to create an add-on and then you have a website? But if your goal is a web app, you have to see, like, does it make sense as a web application? If not, then move on. Searching for an individual flashcard in a deck, search function. This is actually interesting. You could create a deck browser, upload your deck and easily find stuff in there. This is already supported, so you'd have to have like some kind of killer feature in there or some kind of value. So super search or something like that. I don't know what you want to call it. And you have to figure out what super search is, right? It's going to be, maybe the current search has like a weird thing, right? So there we have another idea. Let's see how to sync reviews. This looks too complex. So just to show an actual real world example, this is my current main side project. Is called 2anki.net, and I built this project, and it's used by like let's actually check the analytics. Yeah, and it's actually used by roughly 200 users on a daily basis, right below it. So that's pretty cool. And this idea, the way I found this idea was, if we go to GitHub here, you can see, let me close this annoying email stuff. Let's see, if we go here to the README, there is background. This project was hacked together after seeing this post on Reddit, right? So I was browsing the subreddit on Anki for months, and this person, Jackson G97, posted this like 1 year ago. Cards imported from Notion. Hey guys, just need a little help with something. I have a whole bunch of questions that I've written for myself within Notion, nested toggle questions. I was hoping I could transfer them into Anki. Cards fairly painless. I've done some just copying and pasting each side separately, but it just took so long. Is there a way to import directly or copy and paste into a text file or something that will create the cards for me? Thanks. Edit, if it were just to turn them into a text file, how do I set which text goes to the back of the card? I've been able to get them all into separate cards, but just the front. So when I saw this, totally, this post eventually became 2anki.net, what we have here, and you upload or drag and drop. We don't need to look through it. You can quickly check out the videos. I'll add the link in the description. And that came out of this post. So if we break down this post, right, the person wants to convert their notes, right, from Notion, and they're using specifically the toggles format into Anki flashcards, right? They didn't specify like what specifically should happen with the conversion. They just wanted to go from there to there. So if we used, like what I did was I used their language and implemented something that worked exactly as they expected it from this post. The initial version was very broken. Over time, it's been improved, but that's the gist of it, right? This 2anki thing, and it's, as mentioned, it has right around 200 daily users. That came out from this post. So Reddit is a gold mine. So yeah, that's my short talk. I hope you found this useful. If you want to see another builder in action, check out this video by Sukan. It was an interview we did, and he has a cool project called Sorby. Enjoy!